At 2:14 a.m. on a random Sunday, you are on trial. The crime is an awkward text message you sent 4 years ago. The defense attorney is you. The prosecutor is you. The jury is 12 identical copies of you looking deeply disappointed. And the judge is also you. He is not accepting plea bargains tonight. The verdict is guilty before the trial even starts. The sentence is replaying the exact moment in full resolution for the next 3 hours while staring at the ceiling. Think about how you treat a good friend when they mess up. You make them tea, give them a hug, and remind them they were just tired, stressed, or doing their best with what they knew. But when you mess up, the empathy vanishes. The tea gets thrown in the trash, and the interrogation begins. Why are we so merciful to the rest of the world, but act like a ruthless prosecutor toward the person in the mirror? When someone else messes up, you only get one piece of information, the action itself. They lost their temper, dropped a glass, walked away. You see it, you process it, and eventually you move on. When you mess up, you carry the entire director's cut. You remember feeling annoyed 10 minutes before you lost your temper. You remember the petty thought nobody else heard and the exact split second where ego took the wheel. Because you carry all that backstage footage nobody else saw, you arrive at one honest, uncomfortable conclusion. I knew better. So I don't deserve grace. And that conclusion, I knew better, is where the brain makes its strangest move. Self-blame isn't actually self-hatred, it's a survival mechanism. Admitting that a situation failed because of bad luck, chaotic circumstances, or another person's unpredictable behavior is terrifying. It means you are helpless. So your brain makes a trade, it blames you instead. If you convince yourself that the bad outcome was entirely your fault, that you should have been wiser, calmer, or faster, it gives you a strange sense of comfort, because if you're the problem, then you are still in control. We don't beat ourselves up because we want to suffer. We do it because self-blame feels safer than accepting that life is messy and sometimes out of our hands. The courtroom isn't really about punishment. It's an illusion of control over something that already happened. The memories that surface at 2 a.m. are rarely the massive, life-altering catastrophes. They're the micro moments, saying you too when the waiter says, "Enjoy your meal." An awkward wave where you accidentally high-five someone's elbow. A weird joke that landed badly. Why does your brain pull up that exact tape 4 years later while you're brushing your teeth? Because the file is still sitting open on your internal desktop, waiting for a trial where all the witnesses left 4 years ago. You assume everyone who saw you stumble went home and kept a permanent record of it, but everyone is far too busy starring in their own movie to spend much time thinking about a tiny background glitch in yours. We hold on to past regrets because we've convinced ourselves that guilt equals caring. Deep down, your brain worries that if you stop feeling bad about what you did, it means you didn't really care. As if putting the weight down means admitting the mistake didn't matter. So you treat doing everything perfectly as the minimum requirement. Good moments pass without much joy. Every tiny mistake gets flagged, saved, and replayed. So you wear it. You carry guilt like a heavy winter coat in August, assuming the weight proves something good about your character. It doesn't. Carrying guilt forever doesn't change what happened, and it doesn't make you a better person. It just exhausts the person trying to become one. Recognizing that guilt is often a performance of caring rather than caring itself is what finally makes it possible to put it down, without feeling like you've stopped being a good person. The 2 a.m. courtroom was never about justice. Justice would require the verdict to change something. It would require the punishment to fit the crime. It would require the sentence to end. Instead, the courtroom keeps reconvening for cases that were already closed. The trial isn't about making things right. It's about the illusion that something is still being handled. And once you see that, once you realize the judge isn't trying to help you, but is only trying to make you feel like you're still in control, he loses most of his power. Your memory is there to help you learn. It was never meant to be a place where you punish yourself forever. He'll still show up. He'll still call you to the stand on quiet nights. But you don't have to keep treating it like a legitimate proceeding. Drop the gavel. The court is adjourned. Is there a small memory your brain refuses to delete? Share it in the comments below. Sometimes reading what other people are carrying is the reminder we need that none of us are doing this alone. If this video gave you a little room to breathe, I'd really appreciate it if you left a like and subscribed. We post quiet, honest animations here every Sunday, and it'd be great to have you back next week. The trial will probably reconvene, but now, you know the judge.